At this point, we have a lot more administration side of things. We have 150 clients with photography and video to deal with. So we have Antonetta that kind of helps us with stuff. Say hi, Ant.
Hi.
What's this sheet for, Ant?
This is basically an overview of all the different topics and the different appointments that we're going to have with the customers so that we never call them more than once. It'll tell you here when their shoots are booked, what they've come in for, what they still have to come in to do, just so that we know where the customer's at all times.
And also, I think it describes each and every time that you call them so they can never come back at you and say, well, you never called me in regards to this particular subject. We have it all noted right here. So you don't need no expensive computer to stay on top of it. You just need a proper sheet. And that's the first sheet. Behind that sheet, we put, well, we do engagement portraits. So we put engagement portrait ideas. Okay, we have a sheet of paper for that. And then we have another sheet of paper for romantic intro ideas. This is a brief example of those ideas. See, on the romantic intro ideas, we have the location, their wedding date, their ideas, their concepts, if there's any props required, if there's any clothing, who is doing the shoot. We have information like that. On the actual day of the wedding, we have a sheet like this one. And what's this one?
This is the actual wedding day information sheet. This is what the cameramen take out with them on the wedding day. It's got the groom's house address, the bride's house address, the ceremony, the park, and the reception. The times, what time they're scheduled to be there, the ceremony time, the reception time, what's included in their package so the cameraman knows what he's supposed to be shooting. And that's it. Phone numbers, that's it.
Also behind the sheet, we also have an editing sheet that describes to the editor, so when he looks back at it, how the client wants certain things done on their video, certain songs used, cameraman notes, so if there's any notes from the actual cameraman for the wedding date that he may not have put on the actual tape itself. You know, remember how I was showing you? You should turn around the camera, you should point it at yourself and leave notes on the actual tape. Well, let's say he didn't have time to do it. He makes little notes and he leaves it on this editor sheet. It tells flashbacks, honeymoon pictures, it tells tapes provided, nationality, what type of songs they're looking for, what kind of editing they're looking for. Again, all of these sheets are extremely good. And these are examples. If you get the time, you should actually put this tape on pause, and if you'd like, make a duplicate of what you're seeing here and use it, because I'm telling you, it really, really helps out. One thing that we use a lot is we have one main appointment book. In this appointment book, we write everything from the date of their appointment to the next time we're supposed to get together with them. So if a client says, oh, I'd like to speak to you in about a couple of months before the wedding, say, okay, you know what, hold on a second. Let's go to that date October the 3rd. You want to get together at 1:30? Yeah, okay, let's mark that down. Don't you think it's too early to make an appointment? No, it's never too early. Dentists make appointments 6-7 months before their appointment. Why can't we do the same? So you mark every single little piece of information down. They want to make an appointment 2 months before the wedding? Make it now. Write it down right now so you don't forget. And if anything, 2 weeks before that appointment, mark a reminder down stating that, hey, we should call them and remind them that they have an appointment. And what else do we use this thing for, eh?
Well, the daily appointments, romantic intros, engagement shoots, everything.
This actual is pretty well our Bible, or whatever you'd like to call it. It kind of tells us all the shoots, all the things that we're going to be doing on any given day, anything from photography to video to engagement shoots to the whole 9 yards. And it's a great tool. And utilized properly, you can use it for complete information. We even went as far as to develop this book. Maybe you can describe this booklet a little bit, Anne?
Sure. This is once the client books, this is what they get. The contracts are in the front and in the back. This is the photography one, and the video one is almost the same. It's in the back. Chances are they're going to have 1,000,001 questions. What to do next? What do we do first? when do we call you? That's all in here. It starts with a letter from the president, but it was actually for me. A song list of all the actual songs that we use for the video. This is all the parks and locations in Toronto that we feel are best to shoot at during the wedding, on the wedding date. The suggestions for the engagement portraits, just so that they could start thinking about what they may want, and the same for the romantic intro. And then there's a section where they could make some notes, because they always kind of
Romantic
forget.
intro being love story, same thing, romantic intro. We call it romantic intro.
Okay, this here is what they tend to use a lot. This is from beginning to end. It tells them like a whole year in advance of what they'll be doing. So a year before the wedding, 6 months before the wedding, 4 months before the wedding. It tells you a brief of what they should be doing at each time for their actual wedding day. And this is a questionnaire that every client fills in and returns to us that goes with the cameraman. And it's just got everything of what kind of coverage that they have in their package.
How many people are in their wedding party?
People in the wedding party.
How many brothers they have, how many cousins they have, how many sisters they have. You want to know everything about the client. So you don't want them coming back and saying, oh, you didn't get enough video of my brother, you didn't get enough video of my sister. Well, you want to know what's going on before the wedding date. So develop a questionnaire that gives you that information from the client. Just hand it to them when you book them. You say, here's some homework to do. Can you fill out some of these questionnaires? And it's a great tool. It really, really helps you to stay totally organized. What else is on there?
On here, the last page is all basically how can you help us serve you better. In other words, all the baby pictures, how to pick them, what we don't want to see, what we would like to see, all the suggestions, how to make their wedding day a lot easier, how to make their wedding day, easier for us type thing and for them, so everything kind of flows smoothly.
How to help us help them better.
Yeah. Honeymoon pictures, payment recommendations, and that's it.
Yeah, we always recommend that you should have 50% of your total deposit before the wedding. And then the other 50% we say when you see the finished product and it's to your complete satisfaction, that's when you pay for the second half. These sheets here will help you achieve the best results as far as information is concerned for your cameraman and the information that's going to be translated into their video of what music they want, of everything that they want. These sheets will help you stay totally organized. So if you develop this sheet once and then make photocopies of it, your client's going to fill in the blanks for you, they're going to do half your homework for you, and the results will speak for themselves. Also, when they come in to talk to you about particular topics, it will be a lot more dedicated and it will be less rambling about, conversations all over the place. At certain times, we used to be sitting there doing a romantic intro conversation, a love story conversation. It would take us an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it. Now we realize that you can do it in like 15, 20 minutes. So that's what we like to do at this point.